How much vitamin D should I take daily?
If you are watching this video, you likely already know the importance of vitamin D. The question is, how much should I take daily? In this video, we are going to examine 5 scientific facts to take into consideration, just to make sure you're able to make an informed decision that feels right to you. Even though the recommended dietary allowances for vitamin D is between 400 IU and 800 IU daily, is not that simple. So please pay attention to this video in order to learn, unlearn or relearn about vitamin D intake. Where you live determine your natural vitamin D production. Believe it or not, the latitude and the air pollution affect your vitamin D levels. At higher latitudes, the amount of vitamin D goes down in the winter because of the low angle of the sun. In Boston, for example, little if any of the vitamin is produced in people's skin tissue from November through February. Short days and clothing that covers legs and arms also limit UVB exposure. Now, the air pollution where you live is another factor to keep in mind. Carbon particulates in the air from the burning of fossil fuels, wood, and other materials scatter and absorb UVB rays. In the second place is your weight and your age. The Institute of Medicine and Endocrine Society recommendations in individuals who are overweight or obese that the adequate intake should be 2 to 3 times the daily requirement of vitamin D to improve serum vitamin D levels. Older people have lower levels of the substance in the skin that UVB light converts into the vitamin D precursor called 25-OHD, and there's experimental evidence that older people are less efficient vitamin D producers than younger people. The third is the color and the temperature of your skin. Melanin is the substance in skin that makes it dark. It competes for UVB with the substance in the skin that kickstarts the body's vitamin D production called 25-OHD. As a result, dark-skinned people tend to require more UVB exposure than light-skinned people to generate the same amount of vitamin D. Warm skin is a more efficient producer of vitamin D than cool skin. So, on a sunny, hot summer day, you'll make more vitamin D than on a cool one. In fourth place, we got gender and genetic factors. Gender differences have been suggested for vitamin D status, with a lower level occurring especially in post-menopausal women, increasing the risk of bone fractures and osteoporosis. Gender significantly affects vitamin D status. The lower 25-OHD levels observed in females, as compared to males, play a relevant role in the vitamin D production. An international consortium of researchers and doctors has identified 4 gene variants in the vitamin D pathway that may play a significant role in vitamin D deficiency. The last but not the least is the health of your gut, liver, and kidney. The vitamin D that you consumed in food or as a supplement is absorbed in the part of the small intestine immediately downstream from the stomach. Stomach juices, pancreatic secretions, bile from the liver, the wall of the intestine, they all have some influence on how much of the vitamin is absorbed. Estimates shows that a healthy person only absorbs between 60 to 80% of vitamin D intake. On the other hand, conditions that affect your gut and digestion, like celiac disease, chronic pancreatitis, Crohn's disease, and cystic fibrosis, and kidney disease can reduce vitamin D absorption even more. All of these factors can contribute to individual variations in how a drug is processed and how effective it is for each person. Therefore, it's important to work closely with a healthcare provider to find the right medication and dosage for your individual needs. I don't quite understand yet how the RDA recommendation between 400 and 800 IU can apply to everybody equally. It just doesn't make sense to me. That is why I've been using 5000 IU daily with no issues so far. Some doctors also recommend at least 10,000 IU per day, but too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. So, please check the description below and look for a link to a video on the dangers of vitamin D overdose. If you find this information interesting, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, as I would love to hear your opinion.